What is up, YouTube? I am Hunter along with Nick. How are you doing, Nick?
Doing well as usual, Hunter. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Welcome.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. Welcome to episode 25 of The Extra Point. Nick,
25 already.
I
Wow.
know, I know.
Oh,
It's amazing how time flies when you're doing
it
these
is.
episodes. And we're doing two a week now, basically. So I mean, they're just coming out faster,
Well,
faster and
good.
faster.
Terrific.
So we will be upload a little change. We'll be uploading obviously the podcast, the whole entire 40, 30 minutes, whatever, however long it is, podcast that we usually do. And we'll also be uploading little segments. So every, like, say if we talk about Jacoby Brissett for a solid 10 minutes and it's interesting, I'll post another video on that.
You
That
can
10
skip
minute,
the
5 minute,
boring
however
stuff
long.
and you can pick a topic you like and just watch that clip of it. It's going to be great. We're excited.
Right. Yep. So we're changing it up a little bit, but don't worry if you watch the whole podcast, we will keep uploading that as well. Let's switch things up. Nick, what do we have to talk about this episode?
Oh my God. You're going to be good? Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I've been waiting for this day
Been waiting
my
your whole life for
whole
this.
extra point career. So what we're going to talk about today, Hunter, is last week's games. We're going to recap week 4 of the NFL season.
Yep.
And then we're going to talk about Thursday Night Football, our predictions for the Seahawks and Rams.
Right.
Does that sound good? That sounds
That
great,
sounds
doesn't it?
great.
Well,
Sounds great, Nick.
thank you. And we already talked about the Eagles and Packers and how that happened. So let's start with the first game on the list.
Yep.
We got the Titans at the Falcons.
Yep.
Hunter, the Titans won 24-10.
They did.
What was your take on the game?
Well, to be honest with you, I called the Falcons to win this game, and once again, Matt Ryan disappointing me like usual. Has the
Typical,
best
yeah.
offense on paper, and he pisses it away. They need to use
does.
Devontae Freeman more, only coming out with 28 yards. I'm not saying that just because he's on on my fantasy team.
I think you
but
are.
It's pissing me the fuck off. All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
you're
completely
getting
fucking honest.
frustrated. Understandably so. 28 yards that's high school
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, it's pissing me off. Austin Hooper doing really good, 130
Oh,
yards.
God.
He's kicking ass.
Best tight end in fantasy right now. Just
Yep.
letting y'all know he's the man.
I have him. Also, Julio not doing too bad. But yeah, that running game, they need to get the running game going. I understand that it's a passing offense. I get that. I get it. But when you have Devontae Freeman, a solid running back who's elusive, can catch the ball, and he can be a little power back when he needs to be,
Solid O-line.
there's no fucking excuse to only have 30 yards a fucking game. Matt Ryan, you need to limit the fucking turnovers. I don't know how many you
I
have
was
on this
going to
team,
say,
like
I
6?
think that's the big one is the fucking turnover.
Yeah,
This guy has like a
turnovers.
million yards, but like a million turnovers. So
0 touchdowns, by the way, but he's got
really,
like in 4, yeah.
shit.
Well, I mean, 0 touchdowns this game. So
Oh.
he's got what? Out of 4 weeks, maybe I don't know the exact number, like probably 6 fucking interceptions. He had 3 against the damn Eagles.
You sure
It's
did.
fucking pathetic. You have the best one of the best receiving cores in football, a great offense. The defense is but they're performing okay.
Yeah,
Falcons are disappointing me. Matt Ryan, you need to
they
step it
are.
the fuck up.
They're 1-3.
Titans, on the other hand, Marcus Mariota kicking some ass. He's going up against a pretty average defense. It's
They're
that wave
just-
we're talking about. It's that
Yep.
wave.
They're gonna
Derrick
get their
Henry.
asses handed to them the next game, just so everyone knows.
Right. They're a solid run offense. Derrick Henry is a solid running back. They have a solid offensive line. Mariota's up and down, as well as the receiving core. If they can just hit that consistency, I could see them
Yep.
being 2-3 in the division behind the Colts, a battle for the Texans, and shit, the Jacksonville Jaguars. We'll talk about them later. Fucking
Woo!
Minshew. That's
Gardner
going to be a
Minshew, baby.
tight-ass division.
Minshew
So-
magic.
Yeah, so my take, Falcons, fucking Matt Ryan needs to stop sucking, and Mariota needs to find that peak and stay at it.
Yeah, I was impressed with Mariota. Okay, he had good numbers. He had a great QBR, nearly perfect.
Yep.
Didn't have any major mistakes. Had some good passes, but the Falcons' defense is kind of mediocre anyway. But yeah, you said Matt Ryan. Honestly, he's the reason they're 1-3. Impressively enough, they actually won that 3 interception game against the Eagles. They're only one on the season right now, so they could easily be 0-4 because his dumbass. So you took the words out of my mouth on that one. Sucks to be me. Like you always are. Always take the words out of your mouth. You literally said everything exactly as I would have said it. Limit
We
the
know each other,
turnovers.
Nick. We
You
know.
have a good fucking running back. You have a solid offensive line. Run the football. Okay, there's this thing called play action. I don't know, but if you run the football well, you might be able to throw it good afterwards. I don't know. It's just I'm just spitballing. So yeah, the Falcons Matt Ryan is their problem.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this. Dan Quinn is on the hot seat this year. The
Is it?
way he's mixing up these runs, actually, let me scratch that, reverse it. He's not mixing up runs anyway. He's not doing anything with
He's not running
the ball
anyway.
running.
Exactly.
So it's fucking pathetic. Run the damn ball, play action passes, mix up your play call,
Yep.
and you might help Matt Ryan out. Probably not because he sucks as a quarterback, but whatever.
Speaking of a coach for a team that is now 0-4 after a loss to the Giants 24-3, word on the street is Jay Gruden could be done head coaching in the NFL as of right now. At least be let go from his position as Redskins head coach as soon as this week. What's your take on the Giants beating the shit out of the Redskins 24-3? How'd you like Daniel Jones in his second game?
I mean, how many turnovers were in this game?
Yeah, listen, Hunter. Keenan threw one. I think. By the way, Dwayne Haskins got his. He came in the second quarter. Yeah, he sucks. He threw 3 picks. I think there was also a fumble lost by Keenan. By Case Keenum. So yeah, they had a lot. Daniel Jones had a couple picks, but other than that, he was pretty solid.
Gallman was the talk of this game. Gallman stepping in
Saquon's
for
back up.
Saquon Barkley,
Right.
getting 63 yards on the ground, had a couple of touchdowns, one in the air, one on the ground, had some good receiving yards. Gallman was the talk of this, and he led this team to victory. Daniel Jones, besides the interceptions, he was still smart with the ball for the most part, besides the interceptions, like I said, and getting the ball down the field to the receivers. Because you got to think, the Giants have an average receiving core. And they're down their best player in Saquon Barkley. Right. And Daniel Jones is putting these pieces together, getting the ball down the field, and scoring 24 points. Once again, against the fucking Redskins, but it's fine.
But hey,
24 points is a win, and I will take it.
A win is a win, man.
That's right.
A win is a win.
On the other hand, the Redskins, I don't think they have one good thing going for them. Dwayne Haskins blew that fucking shit out of the water. So... yeah, I don't know what the Redskins are going to do. They're looking like the second worst team in football.
You think Jay Gruden's getting fired this week?
He needs to be. He needs to be cut. I don't know if it's going to be this week. I don't know if it's going to be the end of the year. But they're looking like the second worst team in football. I think the Redskins and the Dolphins are going to face each other in week 17, and it should be for the first pick.
What a matchup that would be, huh? Oh my god!
I would watch it Thursday night, Monday night football, last game of the regular season. They should do it.
It's interesting. The Redskins, their defense, first of all, hasn't been good in many years. Pretty much as Jay Gruden got there, they've been average Joe at best. I want to give a shout out to RG3. The last good thing the Redskins had was a healthy RG3 his rookie year. So shout out to him. That was the best thing they had for him. That's out the window. So their defense sucks. Personally, I hate it for Case Keenum. I know he had a few turnovers the last couple of games, but he's having a solid season.
He's not the problem.
However, you got to put Haskins in there. As shitty as he turned out to be in that, 2.5 quarters he played against what I would say is an average Joe at best defense and the Giants, it's got to get better. You got to tank. You're 0-4 this season. Yeah. I mean, you can't get worse. Well, you can. You could be the Dolphins. We'll talk about them next. But they got to tank. They got to put Haskins in the game, and they got to let him get comfortable with the offense. Granted, if they're going to fucking fire Jay Gruden, I don't know what kind of offense or what they're going to be doing. So they are about as discombobulated as any team in the league. At least the Dolphins are tanking, right? They have like 4 first-round draft picks. They traded all these solid players for picks. Redskins are fucked. They have no future. They have no current. They have nothing. No. So, they're in trouble. And the Giants, I thought, that Gallman dude's a beast, man.
He's good.
Funny enough,
he's really good.
Saquon in a tweet like an hour before the game started said, look out for Gallman. He knows talent. If he says look out for somebody, dude, I was ready to watch. He was awesome.
he is not a big guy. He's really skinny. I mean, he's lengthy. He looks like a fucking receiver.
He
That
does.
motherfucker
He is lengthy. Yeah.
he is strong as shit. He was finishing the
Yes.
runs, breaking tackles left and right,
Yep.
getting 3 yards after contact, 4 yards after contact, dragging 2 people by his fucking legs.
Yeah.
He was doing a damn good job. I was surprised.
I hope they bring him into the offense down the road when Saquon when he comes back, because now you
Yeah.
got a guy out there where, oh, it's Saquon. Okay, all eyes on me. Well, hello, Gallman's over here doing his thing. That could
Yeah.
be deadly. That's a dual threat running backs like that. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. So I think the Giants is another solid game, and Daniel Jones was solid. So
Yep.
there you go. The next game we got the San Diego Chargers. Sorry. Is it
It's
the Los
Angeles,
Angeles?
Nick. Hollywood.
Sorry, one of them's in Vegas or something. I don't know. The Los Angeles Chargers took on the Dolphins. They won 30-10. Philip Rivers had his best game of the season so far. Austin Eckler. I know Melvin Gordon came back, but is not playing yet. Austin Eckler is still that number one back for them, receiving and running the ball well. So, what's your take on that 30-10 win? You look pissed off. I don't know what you're mad about.
The Dolphins scored a touchdown, Nick. They scored. They got a
They
touchdown.
did. They were winning the game.
They had a lead for 5 minutes.
10-3 in the first half.
Hats off to the Dolphins. Yeah. They had a lead for like 5 minutes. They scored their first touchdown of the year, I do believe. That's about it. That was it. That was it, and they got a field goal. The Chargers.
The game was over.
You know, honestly, whenever we do these recaps and we talk about the Dolphins facing somebody, I think it should last 10 seconds because we can't really say, oh, well, the Chargers looked really good. Philip Rivers, threw for 300-plus yards and 2 touchdowns.
Because it's the fucking Dolphins.
Yeah, right. And you can't say anything about the Dolphins unless they win. So
we'll just call it quits on this then. The Dolphins still suck, and the Chargers show that they're a pretty solid team, and they beat them handedly. There you go. So we'll move on to what I would consider an upset to me because I am pretty high on the Colts team. They lost 31-24. It only shows as a 1 touchdown loss. However, they were pretty much dominated throughout the entire game. They lost to the Raiders in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium. What do you think about that one, Hunter? John Gruden, 2-2.
I don't like you, Nick. You sit here and you tell me the Colts are the real deal. Jacoby Brissett is the shit.
They look real.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I've bet against them for 3 straight weeks. I'm going
for the
with the Colts this week against the Raiders, and they fucking lose.
I'm sorry.
Nick, you're a piece of shit.
It's my fault. I know.
They lost 31-24. Jacoby Brissett still didn't have a bad game. He had an interception or 2. Their running game wasn't there. Marlon Mack had 30 fucking yards.
He fucking came back to earth from that hot start that he had. He's going to average out finally. That's what happened.
I don't know what the fuck happened there. They had a great running game, and it went to shit. The Raiders defense just shut them down in every fucking category.
Was it the Raiders defense or was it
the Raiders
Colts
offense
that
also did great? The Colts couldn't fucking stop them at all.
Exactly.
Period. Josh Jacobs, I wanted him to get 100 yards. He wound up getting 80, so he still has not broken that fucking marker. Derek Carr. I mean, honestly, the stats in this game weren't even that great.
No, there wasn't any glamour stats. They just were consistent. Raiders had a consistent offense. I think they were literally 14 and 7, 14 and however many points from 14 to 31. That's how many they had in the second half. I don't know math. So they were solid consistently throughout the game. And truthfully, Hunter, the Colts, they lost. What was it? It was 21-0, right? I mean, they were down major.
Yeah.
So they didn't do anything until late in the game.
It was too
Games
late.
like this, don't be mad at the Colts, okay? Not the players. Be mad at Frank Reich, the coach, because the talent is still there and they're still a good team. He got out-coached.
Yeah, you are 100% right.
Yeah, I mean,
which isn't a shocker. Gruden's a great coach. He's proven it. He's all right. He's won a Super Bowl.
Been around the league, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just this game was over before. I mean, in the first quarter or first half, And like you said, it's very consistent. So, but yeah, I'm very pissed off because I chose the fucking Colts, and look what happened. So they
Well,
better straighten their shit out next week, depending
they'll
on who they
figure they'll
face. I'm
figure it
not
out.
100% sure.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to your team. Old Kyle Allen is now 2-0, 3-0 career starter, 2-0 this year. Kind of rebounding the Panthers, just like Daniel Jones has rebounded the Giants to a 2-2 squad. They beat the Texans 16-10 in Houston. First of all, Panthers defense the last 2 weeks is the shit. I think they went from being mediocre in sacks to tied with the Patriots in the league just in 2 games in fucking sacks. Okay. Listen, the Texans offense is loaded. Their O-line is still but Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, and Will Fuller, that's a trio and a half right there. And they shut their shit down. All right. What do you think about the game? The Panthers defense is phenomenal. That's what I thought about.
Their number one Panthers defense is number one in sacks, or tied for number one, and they're number one against the pass.
Yep.
Being mediocre against the run, I think they're like 20th.
Well,
Kyle Allen's still proven, still doing really good. 4 touchdowns, 0 picks this season. Christian McCaffrey, he got like what? I think 31 touches. He has the most touches in the league right now.
And the most rushing yards.
Most rushing yards in the league. 31 touches, and I think that's probably going to grow as the year goes on. So he's kicking ass. I hope they don't overuse him, but he's doing really good.
Yeah.
The Texans, on the other hand, they still looked okay. Deshaun Watson had 2 touchdowns. He had 2 passes that would have went for touchdowns, and he missed fucking both of them.
He did miss both.
He stayed after the game and was working with the quarterback coach because he knew he fucked up. So the Panthers got lucky, honestly, on 2 of those plays.
You can't say they got lucky.
I don't think they would have lost necessarily. But Deshaun Watson needs to hit those throws. The Texans are still a good team. I wouldn't say, oh my God, they lost to the fucking Panthers and they got shut out.
Because the Panthers are a good fucking team.
Yeah, they got shut out on offense. A good defense shut them out, or shut them down. I think that was a good win for the Panthers. I was betting against them.
Naturally, that's what Panther fans do. They bet against their own team for some fucking reason.
They did really good and pulled out the win. So I'm proud of them. Kyle Allen still did very well, and the offensive line did pretty good as well in general. So yeah,
there you go. I was impressed. I thought first of all, you're still pissing me off. I don't care I don't care if they play. They go back in time for the 85 Bears in week 5, Hunter. I want you to pick the fucking Panthers to win a football game for once. Please. Just one time. Say, yeah, Panthers can beat these guys. Gotta have
faith. If I do that, they lose.
You gotta have faith in your team. That's not true. Don't be that superstitious.
Last week, I said they were going to beat the Cardinals, and they did. So
you were so iffy on it that you're like, I don't know, it could go either way, maybe.
I told them they were going to beat I said we were going to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and look what happened.
Well, whose fault is that?
Just
Cam
saying.
Newton's. Anyway, we're going to move on to a couple really exciting games, I say, especially this next one. Chiefs beat the Lions. Unfortunately, I was wrong. They beat the Lions 34-30 with a game-winning, some 80-some-odd yard drive by the Chiefs. Late in the fourth quarter, they took the lead with under a minute to go, being down 3 to the Lions. And that was one hell of a game. By the way, Patrick Mahomes, no touchdowns. No touchdowns. What's your thoughts on the game? I'll say my spiel after you. I got a lot to say about the Lions on this one.
The Lions are impressing me. In my opinion, it all depends on Matt Stafford, okay? You can either have a 3-touchdown, 0-pick game by Matthew Stafford,
or a Matt Ryan.
Or you will have a 0-touchdown, 3-interception game by Matthew Stafford.
Right.
So, it all depends on him. Obviously, he had a great game. Kerryon Johnson had a great game, getting over 100 yards rushing, over 125 to be exact. But they just got outscored. Once again, you're not going to stop the fucking Kansas City Chiefs offense. It's not going to happen. If you do, you're a fucking genius like Bill Belichick.
Right.
So you've got to outscore them. The Lions tried their hardest. it's the Chiefs don't have that great of a defense, probably middle of the pack, so they just got outscored. I mean, that's all you can. They did their best, and honestly, the Lions are the real deal, in my opinion. If Stafford is what
Solid.
he is that game, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just say it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry. The Chiefs don't win the game if it weren't for a 99-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. A fumble on like
It's
the
fucking
half-inch
ridiculous.
yard line. There's a clusterfuck, and all of a sudden, some random ass cornerback, scrub cornerback they have goes, "Oh, hey, look!" At outside of the huddle and jogs 99 yards for a touchdown. You take that away, this game is it's over. I'll say this about the defense. He said they're average. I think they're better than average defense. One thing they didn't do is condition themselves. My God, that whole last drive, the game-winning drive by the Chiefs, all I saw from the defense, not just linemen, Darius Slay, hands on hips, huffing and puffing. It's the NFL. You got to be conditioned. I couldn't believe it. This is after like 3 plays in. Okay, they maybe got 30 yards in the first 3 plays. And me and my dad and others watching, we were like, well, this game's over because they can't even fucking breathe. So they condition themselves. That'll come in time, I think. They're a solid team, okay? God, I was so happy. I thought for sure maybe they were going to pull it out. I was going to call this, upset, and it was going to be me. I was going to be the guy, Hunter. But I was close.
So,
but if you're a Chiefs fan, you got to be pleased with the win because even on a rough day, their offense put up 28 points, but you got 34 points on the board. However, their defense is sketchy, okay? That's all I got to say. Their defense through first 4 games is sketchy.
It's middle of the pack, if not worse than that.
Yeah. And I think it's worse than last year's.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's still not that good. But what impressed me for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. He was not very clutch last year, as you saw in the playoffs, which is not too bad. I mean, I'm not gonna dog on him because he was basically a rookie last year. It was his first year playing as a starter. But the Lions defense, it's iffy in my opinion, but he led a big last-minute drive to get down there and score some points. Yep. And I respect that. A phenomenal play by Travis Kelce, that lateral to Sean McCoy.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome play. So awesome. I give him so much credit for that. But Patrick Mahomes did impress me with that last drive, and honestly, that was the key moment for the Chiefs watching that game. It was good for him.
Offensively, you got to have confidence after that one because that was clutch.
Mm-hmm.
So close game, good game there. This one, Hunter, I did get right. Damn it! It's the same reason why the Eagles won. The Browns at the time 1-2 in Baltimore. Baltimore was 2-1. Sorry, Baltimore was 2-1 going into the game. Guess who after this game, Hunter, is now first in that division? It is not the Baltimore Ravens. It is the Cleveland Browns. Come in and they kicked ass. They shredded the Ravens defense.
They did.
2 straight games, giving up 500 plus yards. The Ravens defense. This is in Baltimore. I called this win because I figured, it's desperate time for the Browns. It didn't even look like desperate time. It looked like straight up just, we're supposed to play football now? Gotcha. That's the Browns I think people were expecting. Nick Chubb ran his ass off, 180 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mayfield's numbers weren't great, but he drove the ball down the field. Hunter, he threw the short passes, and he still got 350 yards. Yes. What are the odds of that? We haven't been saying that at all. So 40-25 victory, Browns. Pretty awesome. What do you think?
Yeah. Freddie Kitchens actually called a good game. Baker Mayfield utilized his checkdowns. They handed the fucking ball off to Nick Chubb, who had a monstrous game, as you said. Yep. Baker had a great game. Jarvis Landry had a great game. They just shredded this great defense of the Ravens. Fucking shredded them. Great defense of the Ravens. Top 10, and they just made them look like shit. But honestly, the Ravens still did pretty good on offense. Lamar Jackson still had a pretty decent game. Mark Ingram, all right game. They still looked okay on offense, but their defense got absolutely fucking torched. Which, looking at the Browns' offensive roster, you can't really blame them. So once they put it together in this game, Nick, they put it together big time. So
You
props on
put
the
up
coaching
40
staff of the
points,
Browns.
500 yards. Shit.
Yeah. Props on the coaching staff of the Browns, Freddie Kitchens, Baker Mayfield taking strides after getting called out by Rex Ryan, and Nick Chubb, monstrous fucking game. That's all I'm going to say about that.
That was awesome. Browns should be extremely pleased going forward. Ravens should be extremely disappointed, losing back-to-back games against
that's a problem.
solid teams. Question now is, can the Ravens beat solid teams?
Right.
The Browns almost beat the Rams, which is a solid team. We'll talk about them in just a few minutes. And they beat the Ravens now. So, hey, Browns might be coming together. This should be a confidence boost anyway. I mean,
and with the Ravens, can we actually say that the Ravens are the real deal? We were thinking, or I wasn't, but a lot of people were thinking, analysts were thinking they're 2-0. They're one of the top teams in the AFC. And like people are saying with the Cowboys, the Cowboys haven't played anybody. They're 3-0, and they play, and you know what I mean? Like, now they play two good teams, and their
matchups matter. Exactly. And they lost. Yep.
So can we actually say that the Ravens are a good playoff team? I don't know.
Time will tell. Right now, they are second behind the Browns in that division. That was a huge game. They got to play them again later in the season in Cleveland. Don't know what the teams will look like by then, but I got my bets on Cleveland judging off how they kicked their ass in this game. So they dug a hole in the division, too, if they want to make playoffs.
Yeah.
So we're going to speak of division rivals. We had two 3-0 teams. This was one of the better games defensively. It was a really exciting game, actually. Low scoring, but exciting. Patriots beat the Bills 16-10. Same score, the Panthers-Texans game. Both defenses are the shit. I think the Bills have a top 5 defense. I think statistically you could argue they're about third or fourth across the board. Patriots are number 1. I hate being this, I'm not trying to be cocky, but they are.
They are.
I've never been more pleased with a victory off of how terrible the offense played. Receivers dropped balls. Brady had 10 throwaways, otherwise he had 10 sacks. The O-line got destroyed. A couple of times he sat in the pocket for 10 seconds and nobody was open. So they really strapped the fucking Patriots up, and they still lost. Are you impressed with the Patriots, Hunter, or disappointed? Or are you impressed with the Bills, or are you disappointed in the Bills?
Okay, so the Bills defense, as we've said before, top 5 defense every fucking year.
Every fucking year, yep.
All right. Josh Allen, oh my God, just instead of throwing the ball 50 yards down the field into fucking – they could rush one person and have 10 people 50 yards down the field.
They oftentimes almost do
that. Josh Allen will just say, fuck it, and throw it. Dude, limit the fucking turnovers, man. You don't have to bomb it every fucking play. But whatever. All right, so like you said, defensive game, and I've got to ask the question, is the Patriots defense better than the Patriots offense? Analysts have been saying this for a couple weeks now. Yes. The Patriots defense.
The reason why is depth. The depth is unreal. I'm pretty sure every other play you can look at the Pats and they got 3 or 4 different defensive linemen and 2 or 3 different linebackers coming in and at least one corner or one safety every game, every other play. The offense weren't so beat up. I think they get a few more points, but listen, they got to figure it out offensively. They are beat up. They don't have Gronk anymore. Their defense is better. There's no question at this point. The defense is better than the offense.
I know you were texting me while you were watching the game, being like, "Oh my God, we might fucking lose, whatnot."
I was stressed at first. I really was.
You need to calm down. All right.
I was.
You're facing a top 5 fucking defense, and not to mention it's a divisional game. It's going to be tough, so you cannot blame the Patriots offense for putting up 16 points and getting their asses kicked. It's going to happen.
Technically, they put up 9 points. They didn't.
Right.
Too bad.
Listen, it's fine. Y'all are fine. The Patriots offense is still good.
I think we're fine.
Struggled.
They'll come around.
They struggled against a great fucking defense. I would be proud of the Patriots defense. The Patriots defense is the real deal. It is the best in the league, and they are carrying their fucking offense right now, in my opinion.
I don't know if they're carrying. I think they carried that game, but the first
carried them
3
to this
games they
game,
were
yeah,
fine.
big
Yeah.
time. So I give it all props, all to the Patriots defense. On the Bills side, Josh Allen, limit the fucking turnovers. I say it every fucking week, and you will be a good team. You're 3-1. Limit the fucking turnovers. Come on,
Some of them are hysterical. He throws some balls. I'm just like, I had to laugh about twice on a couple of the picks. I was like, wow, thanks.
Well, he might not even be fucking playing next week. He's in concussion protocol, so
he sure is. So that's a big blow for the Bills. I got to say, I'm pretty much what you said. I'm impressed with the Patriots defense. I'm not too concerned with the offense. In time, I think they'll figure out their identity, just like last year. Offense was iffy to start. Hopefully, they'll figure it out eventually. The Bills, however, I would be worried if I am them because what you just said, Josh Allen is under concussion protocol. Will more than likely miss at least in this next week. Going from 3-0 to 3-2, losing a couple straight games, that's certainly not a confidence booster for your team, okay? So they better hope that they can pull out a win against whoever the hell they're playing this next week, and we'll talk about that this second episode of the week. But that could be dangerous for them. Their defense will be fine. Clearly, their defense will be okay. But can their offense do anything without Allen? I know he gets turnovers, Hunter, but good God, he's better than the other fucking guy. I don't even know that guy's name. He was terrible. Nathan Peterman might actually be better than somebody, okay? This guy, what's it, Barkley? His name was Barkley, right?
Yeah.
Or Berkeley? Anyway, he's awful. So that's scary for the Bills. I don't know how they're going to handle it. We'll see.
Good. The Bills might be crashing and burning soon.
So there you go. Moving on to the Buccaneers at the Los Angeles Rams. Oh my God. The Rams defense is the fucking Miami Dolphins defense. They got smacked 55-40. Hunter, go.
First off, I made a mistake. I should have started Chris Godwin. That was a mistake.
Oh, God, he had 41 points. What are you doing to yourself, Hunter? Jesus Christ.
The defense in this game was non-existent. But Jameis fucking Winston. What a game, my man.
What a turnaround from that terrible start.
After week 1, we're like, oh my God, Jameis is probably the worst he's ever been.
Yep.
After 4 picks. He still threw, I think, a pick this game. Hey, it's all right. 1 pick, it's fine. Dude, you are lighting it up. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, that's a great fucking receiving duo.
Yep.
All right. Keep throwing to them. The Buccaneers' offense is no joke. Their offense is really good, and their front 7 is the shit. Shaquille Barrett, I think he's got, 8 or 9? I think he's got 9 sacks.
He's got 9 sacks in 4 games.
4 games, leading the NFL.
Award already for Player of the Year? Holy shit.
Their front 7 is phenomenal on defense, and their offense is no joke right now. Bruce Arians, we are talking about him being a QB whisperer. Holy fuck.
He sure shit is.
Great job right now.
He's awesome.
Props to him and props to the Buccaneers. The Rams, on the other hand, they did not get that offense going until late. I think they were down, fucking 21-0?
They were down 21-0. They're actually down by 3 possessions 3 different times in the fourth quarter because they were scoring real quick in the fourth quarter. Too bad they forgot there's fucking 4 quarters in the game and they didn't play the other 3. It was too late.
Todd Gurley didn't do shit on the ground, 16 yards, and that fucking front 7 of the damn Tampa Bay Buccaneers kicked his ass.
They sure did.
Jared Goff throwing 517 yards, a good bit of picks.
Yep.
Yeah. So Tampa is no joke right now. I'm actually a little worried because we're talking about them being last in the division for 6, 7 straight years, and now they're coming around over 1 fucking coach. Yep. So, no, that's not good.
You guys got to play him in Tampa Bay next time too. So think about that.
So Tampa is no joke. Nick, what do you think?
To me, I'm not too honestly surprised by Tampa. I have after that Panthers run, I thought, well, damn, these guys are pretty damn good.
I mean, their front 7's top notch.
Their front 7 is top notch defensively. Also, I wanted to just say, if you didn't watch, Sanu actually got. I said Sanu. Ndamukong Suh got him a
Yeah.
nice fumble recovery for a touchdown against his former team last year. I thought that was like sweet
In LA.
victory for him in LA. But no, so their front seven is of front sevens is probably of one of the best in football. Okay, they just are. Shaquille Barrett 9 sacks. They still have Devin White out there. They got Sue. They got Vita Vea. Shout out to all the Samoans. They got a solid front seven. And the only thing that concerns me is this: Jared Goff threw 3 picks.
Yep.
Okay, I think one was a pick 6.
Yep.
He did. There was another fumble loss. I don't know who lost it, but there was another fumble. They had 4 turnovers. Okay, so if it weren't for those turnovers, or at least one of those turnovers,
they would have 60 points.
Yeah, I mean, it was they made big plays, right? But you gave up 40 points. I mean, you're lucky the fucking offense lit their ass up. And I couldn't tell you what's wrong with the Rams defense. On paper, they should be top tier.
Yeah.
And they're a fucking joke. I don't know what their problem. I mean, Aaron who? Haven't
They're
heard his
not
name
doing good
year.
at all. Like, period.
I don't know what Wade Phillips is doing, but he needs to get his head out of his ass because that was 55 points is unacceptable for any team. You know what? They were to pull out a 50-point game last year to the Chiefs. Am I right? It was like one of the highest scoring games ever, 55 to 50 something. Listen, they can't afford to do that again. They got to get the defense fixed. Your offense can get 4 turnovers and put up 40 points. You're okay. When your fucking defense gives up 55, you're fucked. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I
completely agree. It's
disappointed by the Rams and impressed by the Bucks. So there you go.
Yeah.
Moving on to another game in which I was correct in my guess, and I've been correct since the preseason. The Seahawks beat the Cardinals 27-10 in Arizona. What do you think, Connor?
Cliff Kingsbury, get your head out of your ass, man.
It's his fault.
Oh my God. Score a fucking touchdown. Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray picked him up in my fantasy, and that's not the only reason. The Cardinals are loaded on offense.
They do. On paper, they have so much talent. Yep.
Defense is mid-pack, but the fucking offense is loaded.
Yep.
They cannot score touchdowns. It's play calling. You're a fucking idiot right now, man. You have Kyler Murray, a good mobile quarterback, quick as shit. You have David Johnson, an all-around good back. You have Larry Fitzgerald, a fucking phenomenal receiver.
Yeah.
Hats off last week, broke the fucking reception. No, this week, broke
second
the receptions list. Hats off to Larry Legend. And you have like 4 other good fucking receivers that are young and you can build around them. Quick, fast guys like the Chiefs. And they can't score. It's really pissing me off. They're 0-3-1. Kyler Murray can't get a fucking win, and it's not all his fault. It's the offense in general, and it's the play calling. Defense, it's Russell Wilson. You can't really blame him for giving up 27 points.
Right.
I'm not mad at the defense because you're playing Russell Wilson.
I agree on that one.
And Chris Carson did step it up, getting over 100 yards finally. The fucking rushing offense came to life. So the Seahawks, But the fucking Cardinals, my God. Cliff Kingsbury, get your shit together.
So to you, the Cardinals' problem right now, while they're 0-3-1, is because their fucking offense cannot get in the end zone.
No, they cannot get in the fucking end zone. They can't score.
I'm glad you said it, because now I don't have to say much, because I was going to say the exact same thing. These guys get down the field. They can get 4 or 5 first downs every fucking drive, and it doesn't matter. They're kicking for field goals. And what they do, Hunter, they set themselves up for 3rd and long. I do not know the stat, so don't test me there. I swear to God, every 3rd down they have is 3rd and 12 or more, okay? They got to have at least 12 yards or more on average. They fuck themselves over. And I agree. A lot of it is, I'd say most of it is coaching. They are beating their own ass, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and roll them out this year, all right? They need to focus on we need to get in the end zone offensively. Their defense isn't the worst. Like you said, they played Russell Wilson. They finally got the run game going. So that's fine. Their defense will be okay. But that offense, it's annoying. It doesn't pit. You're clearly frustrated. It doesn't piss me off, but I do notice like, wow, these guys don't get in the end zone. They just
Let me
don't.
just say something. Cliff Kingsbury came into this mindset, came into the league with this mindset
Okay.
of air raid, air raid, air raid, air raid.
Yeah.
Okay,
One of
cool.
the only
All right,
ones in the
whatever.
league, really. Yeah.
Cool. You don't have an offensive line. You don't have one. Okay. You gave up 4 sacks to Seattle, 8 sacks to the Panthers. Don't have an offensive line. All right. David Johnson, 11 rush attempts, or 11 attempts on the ground this game, 11 last game, 7 the game before. What happened to play action pass? What happened to a run game? Because you clearly don't fucking care about it. That might be a reason you're not getting in the fucking end zone. They back everybody up. You're not going to run the ball because you just spread the fucking field with no running back in the back. All you have to do is account for Kyler Murray, and that's fucking it. And like you said, they get sacked, get set up for 3rd and long. Run the ball, get some play action passes in the mix, and get the defenses that you are playing off balance. That's all you got to do. And that should open up some more fucking touchdowns, possibly. I hope. But that's the problem. Like you said, like I said, just get in the fucking end zone, and they would have a good team.
What his problem is, and truthfully, I 100% believe this. People don't realize he wasn't that great of a. He had a terrible record as a head coach in college.
I don't know why they got him.
This is college ball because he has Kyler Murray and a couple young, fast receivers. He's got to get his head out of his ass. This is the pros, man. You can't just spread it out and go deep. They're going to play
college.
2 safe. They're going to play a damn cover 2, and that's it. Then that's out of the question. You can't do it.
90% of college teams run fucking spread. You can't do that in the NFL. You can't.
Yeah, you know why? Because fucking defensive players are good as shit in the NFL.
Right.
It doesn't work.
You got to mix this shit up, man. You have David Johnson. He's solid running back. Good at everything.
Yeah.
Get him in the fucking game, man. I mean, I don't like going on a rant again. Cliff Kingsbury, he can prove himself. He can do better. You just got to mix up your offense a little bit because, honestly, if I'm a defensive coordinator, fuck guarding the run because you're not going to fucking do it. I'm just going to defend against the pass the whole fucking time.
That's all he does. Yep, I agree.
Mix it up, man.
There you go. Cliff Kingsbury is the Cardinals' problem, it would seem. And that's why they have no wins yet. Kyler Murray is 0-3-1 career as a starter. Let's move on. I want to make this a very brief one, Hunter.
Can we skip it?
So the Vikings lost to the Bears 16-10 without Mitchell Trubisky for most of the game. I know the Bears defense is top notch. Okay, flip a coin. Okay, I'll give the spiel. So the Bears defense is debatably the best next to the Patriots or possibly, the Bills or someone like that. And they just kick the shit out of this damn team. I mean, Kirk Cousins he just needs to quit football. All right, I'm sorry. Adam Thielen talked shit about him after the game. He said something about putting his wife out there at quarterback, and I couldn't agree more. Well, I don't know what. Listen, Bears have a great defense, okay, but Jesus Christ, man, get the ball out of your hands. Does he not read? He can't read a defense, can he? He can't call an audible. It drives me insane. Vikings defense did solid. Personally, I thought they did pretty good because they're always pretty good. But their offense is a fucking nightmare joke. It should not be that terrible, but it is. That's why they lost to the Bears. Boom. Hunter, no words at all. That's cool. Want to move on?
Kirk Cousins, man, step it up. You're pissing me off.
He's pissing me off.
I root with you, you lose. I root against you, you win. That's the Chase Daniel did a great job, by the way, with the Bears coming in for Mitchell
as
Trubisky.
A backup, I suppose, against the.
He's one of the best backups in the league. Has been for a long time now.
Yeah, he came in last year for a couple games, and did well. He might have to do it again. So,
well, the run game of Minnesota, we figured they weren't going to do much, and they didn't.
They did shit.
Kirk Cousins, need to step it up, man. You are the one thing that's wrong with this team right now. So.
Yep, I agree. So there you go. I love talking about this fucking guy. But Gardner Minshew, fucking Minshew Magic, Mustache Magic, whatever you want to call his nickname.
Uncle Rico.
He is my I might get a fucking jersey or something. I love this guy. He's now, 2-0? Sorry. Well, he's won the last 2 games against solid defenses, mind you, against the Titans in Tennessee. And now in Denver, beating the Broncos, they were getting their asses kicked. It was like 17-3 at halftime.
Yeah, came
Lo
back.
and behold, gets a game-winning drive, just like Pat Mahomes with a minute left, sets up a field goal, 26-24 Jaguars in Denver. Sorry, Denver. Fucking Minshew magic fucked you. What do you
Yep.
think, Hunter? I love it.
Dude, Minshew did a great job. He is
Yeah.
an amazing personality. Great player so far.
So far,
I
yeah,
can't
it's great.
wait. I can't wait for the homecoming in Jacksonville. That's going to be funny. They're probably going to go crazy over Gardner Minshew.
Yep.
But Flacco on Denver's side had a good game. He didn't do too bad. That's about it for Denver. Joe Flacco pulled it out.
Cortland Sutton did good, and that was about it.
But another thing for Jacksonville, Leonard Fournette touched the
Oh
ball more
man,
than
he
10
fucking came
times.
around, didn't he? Holy
He didn't
shit.
stub his toe in the first quarter and get sent out for the rest
Yep.
of the game. And he had 225 fucking rushing yards.
He sure as hell did. That's Hunter. Is he on your
Wow.
fantasy? Is he
No.
on your fantasy? Oh, okay. I thought you were upset.
No. No,
Sure.
he did a great job for once. Finally. This is
For
what he's
once.
capable of.
It's been a couple years, but yes,
Yeah,
once in
this
a
is what he's
while.
capable of.
Yeah.
If he plays all game and he's on his A game, he could put up these numbers.
And I'm
He's
not
a
gonna
great
lie to
running
you.
back.
There's
So
a
yeah, he
couple
did a
damn
good
good
job.
offensive linemen on that damn Jags offense. Cam Robinson and Norwell by themselves are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So they got a solid offense going. Is it DJ Chark Jr. or Shark?
DJ Shark. Yep.
I'm gonna call him Shark. Okay, great. Hey, Minshew loves the guy. That's his
I do
fucking
too.
guy. And I just gotta say it. That fucking move he put on them in the red zone for that touchdown in the pocket, okay? That is mobile. And just because you don't roll out every time, this man moved in the pocket in 4 or 5 different directions, avoiding the entire defensive front of the Broncos to get a touchdown. You got to look it up somehow. It was one of the coolest touchdowns
Minshew
of the
mania.
year so far. Minshew mania, Minshew magic, mustache magic is my favorite one. But he could be the real deal for them. I mean, he's a rookie. He just turned this organization around, if you ask me. He really did. So good for him. Good for the Jags. They're now 2-2. On to another really good game. And I just got to say, I believe I picked the Cowboys to beat the Saints in this one, but they lost 10-12. Cowboys only got 10 points at the Superdome. Hunter, thoughts on the Cowboys' loss to the Saints?
They got shut out. They just got shut down. Defensive game. Teddy Bridgewater pitched a good game. But honestly, in my opinion, Sean Payton did a great job with this game.
He is, isn't he? He's calling some good-ass plays.
He was the difference maker in this.
Game.
The fucking coaching. He outcoached Jason Garrett. Shocker there.
Fucking that's hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So, honestly, it was all Sean Payton. Teddy Bridgewater did a great job finding open receivers. Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill, that fucking guy.
Doing good. Laying the oh my god.
Laying on a damn cornerback now.
Was it a corner? I thought it was a linebacker. Laid him the fuck out.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that duo between him and Teddy, good job. Kamara did a great job. Michael Thomas did a great job. It was an overall defensive game with an exception of some big plays here and there. But yeah, Sean Payton outcoached. It was just outcoaching. Outcoached Jason Garrett. Dak Prescott didn't do much. Ezekiel Elliott got shut the fuck down. Only
31 yards,
5 yards
on 18 carries or some shit. That's terrible.
Yeah. So the Saints, I said before the season started, they're the real deal. I did choose Dallas to win this game, but Teddy Bridgewater is doing better than I thought he would.
I agree.
We got to admit, we got to think he was a starter with the Vikings before
he was
he got
an
hurt.
All-pro quarterback with the Vikings.
And he was good. Yeah, he's all-pro.
Yeah.
So the Saints are still the real deal right now, and they are number one in the NFC South for that reason. So, and the Cowboys losing to a team that is worth a shit. So it's the panic time for the Cowboys. Like, oh my God, we might not be as good as we thought we were. What do you think?
Well, no, it's not panic time for the Cowboys to me, because that's the same thing of, is it panic time for the Patriots? They were that close to losing to the Bills. Is it panic time for the Chiefs? They were that close to losing to the Lions. It's not panic time. They lost a tough game to a tough team at the Superdome. I don't think they need to be too concerned with it. However, they do need to be wary of their fucking run game. Listen, I'm sorry. They don't have. They have an all-around defense. They're solid. Okay,
Right.
this is
Yep.
why it's the coaching problem. I know he had 18 carries for 31 yards. Get a fucking draw play going. When they run the football, they get 20 guys lined up and all but
Yeah.
say, "Hey, we're gonna run it now," and they do. Can you
Dan Quinn.
change it up a little bit? You have phenomenal offensive line. Ezekiel Elliott is a solid running back, a good running back with a good offensive line. The Saints front seven isn't that fucking good. I'm sorry, they're not. Poor play calling. You said it right. The coaching fucking sucked, and Jason Garrett, as always, lost another game for his super talented Cowboys. There you go. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, they fucking lose, and he just sits there and claps and it says it's gonna be okay. What a jackass.
I'm glad you brought that up though, with the designing of the runs. It's kind of like Dan Quinn and the Falcons. Oh my God, not getting
Yeah,
the fucking run game going.
exactly. When they pass it, they spread the field, and when they run it, which is never, it's a power O. What is wrong with these fucking guys? You know what? I don't know what it. I was gonna say I know what it is. I don't know what it is. And then during the game, Collinsworth said, and now this is one of the best things he ever said. He said, "Now here's a guy that's 31 years old, and he's calling plays for the Cowboys. He's got some 31-year-old kid out there calling fucking plays for this offense. What the fuck is wrong with this kid? He's not Sean McVay."
Yeah, I was about to say, okay,
mean,
but
come on.
Sean McVay is young as fuck, and he is a damn good
But
coach.
this isn't Sean McVay. This is
You're right.
another fucking guy.
It's
They need to
Jerry
get someone
Jones.
that knows what the hell they're doing.
I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones calls the plays for this fucking team.
Oh shit, yeah. He's up there with a fucking headset on, drinking, sipping some fucking
The
tea.
fucking dictator of the Cowboys, right there. The thing that's keeping them from being a great fucking team. Jerry fucking Jones.
I shouldn't be mad or frustrated, but it is frustrating how good their team is, and they fucking lost the game. But coaching battle, he got his ass kicked. Sean Payton kicked his ass. So there you go. It was still a good game.
We are reading each other's minds right now, by the way.
Do I know?
We are reading each other's minds right
we
now,
are.
by the way.
Great minds, great minds think alike, Hunter, and I think we should be proud of that. Yeah. Last game we're going to discuss before we talk about Thursday night's matchup is the Bengals at the Steelers. I'm sorry, the Bengals are awful. They lost 3-27, 27-3. I can distinctly remember both of us after a close Week 1 loss to the Seahawks saying, "Oh shit, the Bengals could do something." No, they can't. They can't fucking do anything. Their defense is a joke. Their offense is more of a joke. I don't care how this rookie head coach is. They're awful. They're 0-4. You know why they're awful? Because the Steelers aren't that fucking good, to be honest.
No.
Kick their ass. So there you go.
Mason Rudolph is not bad. He did a good job. James Conner finally got some fucking touches.
Finally. Jesus.
Finally.
Took 4 games.
It took them to play the Bengals, but still. The Bengals did good against the Seahawks. I'm pretty sure the Seahawks were just rusty, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, the Bengals got shut down in every fucking category. They didn't do good at not one fucking thing. The Steelers just ran over them, to be honest with you. 27-3, it's a blowout, but it honestly should be worse than that. They just got run over. Mason Rudolph dropping dimes. That one to I don't know. 4th string receiver. On the money.
It was. On the run. Yep.
Yep. It was so yeah, I don't honestly have much to say against or with this game. Just the Bengals are not good. Not good at all. And even when AJ Green comes back, I still don't think they'll be that good. So
yeah, I mean, I agree. I feel bad for Andy Dalton because honestly, I think he's having a solid season, and he's got solid receivers. Okay, he's got John Ross. He will have AJ Green back. He's got Tyler Boyd. He's got Tyler Eifert. But my God, his offensive line, I couldn't name you one offensive lineman. They are just awful.
They've never had an offensive line, but honestly, I've not been a big fan of Andy Dalton anyway. He's been to the playoffs with fucking what's that damn coach's name? Marvin Lewis.
Yeah.
That was bad, but he still hasn't proven himself to me. I mean, the Bengals have just always been that shitty team, sadly. Yeah. Even when they made it to the playoffs, they were still a shitty team.
When they made it, everyone knew. We were like, okay, well, they made it. Good for them. So who's playing
who's getting that free
next
win?
Game? Because it's not going to be them. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that was our I think this is how you do it, honey. Transition. Okay, watch this. That
All right,
was our
here.
recap of week 4. All right, now we're going to talk about week 5,
Job,
Thursday
Nick.
night football, 8:20 on NFL Network. We got the Rams at the Seahawks. Hunter, who's winning that game?
Well, Nick, I'm going to call the Rams to win this game. The Rams, I think, are going to pull it out over the Seahawks, both 3-1. The Rams got their asses handed to them by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
Okay.
as we were just discussing earlier. But I still think they are a great team. They should be. Sean McVay, we were talking about, great fucking coach. Offense is deadly. Defense is one of the best in the league, or should be. And the
Should
Seahawks
be.
are a good team. It should be a good matchup. This is a really good Thursday night football game.
Yeah, it is.
It is
Fuck yeah.
probably second, or well, we've had some good Thursday night football games over the past
Last
4
week's
weeks.
was phenomenal. That Eagles Packers game. This could be
Yeah,
just like that one. You got the Rams. I got
I
the
got the Rams. Yeah,
Seahawks. The only reason is because Russell Wilson. I don't. The Rams are after what they did that last game. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. I thought their defense shut down the damn Browns, kicked their ass, and then their defense gives up 1,000 yards and 55 points to the damn Buccaneers. It really depends on if their defense is gonna play. I think their
yeah.
offense will be okay. So, but because their defensive inconsistency now, I'm gonna go with Russell Wilson and the Seahawks taking it at home. They'll be 4-1. They'll be leading their division.
You know what? I respect that, Nick. I respect it,
Thank
and I
you.
I I see why you say that. So I get
Right.
it. But if the Rams got it, they got it, and they should have it. I hope.
Well,
So,
geez, you can say that with anything. If
well,
the
yeah,
Rams are
but look
good,
at their
the
fucking
Rams are the
roster.
better team. They'll win.
On paper, who do you think should win?
The fucking Rams. But
Exactly.
on paper, apparently isn't working out for half the fucking season in the league this year. So I'm gonna go with skill, with
All
what we
right.
know. We know Russell Wilson is the shit.
You're right.
So
You're right.
there you
All right.
go. All right. I don't know how you finish these things off because you say a bunch of shit. So I'm gonna let you finish it off. But that was good. I'm glad I got to host this one. That was great.
Yeah. All right. We'll start doing that more. Well, if you want to. I mean,
I
every
like
once in a
it. Felt
while, we'll
good,
just switch it up.
Right. If people
Right.
think I'm better than you at what we do normally, then they'll probably really love that I was kind of hosting this thing. So, that's pretty cool.
Nick, how about you just shut the fuck up? All right.
Okay. Well, just say your thing and we'll.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching episode 25 of The Extra Point. I thought it was a good episode. Tune
Great.
in a couple days where we will have our predictions and our Thursday night football recap. See who actually was right, Rams or Seahawks. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know. Nobody fucking knows.
I know.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm sure you did. But anyway, yeah, thank y'all for watching. Tune in a couple days, like I said, and we'll catch you later.